Hey everyone. Well, I got some candy corn here, so you know what I'm gonna do. We're gonna do some candy corn nails. Here are my colors. Just grabbed whatever I had. So this is my Cabanana from Sally Hansen. And this is just a generic white stamping nail polish I had. It's just well pigmented. The stamping polishes are really well pigmented. This orange is called Good as Marigold from China Glaze. So yes, so we are going to do candy corn. So this is my, well, I've got some skin protectors on my nails. So these are little rubbery stickers that you peel off and you stretch around your nails. I just got them off of Amazon, nothing special. So here's a pack of them. You get a whole bunch of them in the package, so they're really cool. They're a little easier to use than the paint on. So this is my Maniology grabber, my pineapple picker-upper. It's just, you push on the pineapple and those pop out. If you go online, like Amazon or something, look for like a picker-upper. It's the same thing. So I just put a makeup sponge on the end of it, or half a makeup sponge. And so that's how we're going to go ahead and apply our ombre over my base coat of white. So my base is gel. I do like to do a gel base when I'm stamping. That way if I screw it up, I can just take it off with some nail polish remover and have my base still there. So here we go. I've got the flat end of my makeup sponge and I'm going to start with my white paint. So like I said before, I like to use a white stamping paint because its stamping nail polishes are more pigmented than regular nail polishes per liquid. I don't know. But anyway, these other ones here are really good. So now I'm putting the orange on. You can see that the sponge is soaking it up pretty good, so you'll see me applying a lot of paint while we're doing this because it just keeps sucking up inside the sponge, and that's okay. To get this yellow on, because this is the arrangement on candy corn. Alright, I'm going to give it a little dab just to let my colors kind of mix in with each other a little bit. Start the ombre. Oh look, do you see how my white kind of smeared a little bit too far into the orange? So I'm going to get a little more orange on there to even it out. And then we should be good to go. Let's go ahead and start with my pinky. And I'm just going to dab it on. That's all there is to it. Now, you're probably looking at this thinking that does not look like candy corn. You're going to need to do 2 coats for you to really get a stronger amount of color on there. It's super faded right now, super ombre. And if you like super ombre, great. 1 coat and you're done. But if you really want to see more definition in those colors, we'll go ahead and do a second round. But let's get a first coat on everything. And then we'll take a look and see what we're going to do. This is a super easy way to do an ombre on your nails with 2 colors, 3 colors, heck, as many colors as you can fit on the sponge on your nail, you can do. Now notice I flipped it over there. That's because I just realized that the point of the candy corn is the white part. The big wide part is the yellow part. So I really wanted them to go this way. So I'm going to go back, wipe the polish off the pinky and redo the pinky, which I can do because I had that base coat of gel on there. But anyway, get some more nail polish on there and keep going. And you can see how handy those nail protectors are, because in order to get into the sides of my nails, I really have to sponge it kind of more aggressively over there, and it's going to get on my skin. I guess my cuticle is a little deeper there, so if yours is not that deep, you're not going to have that much of a problem, but because mine is, I really have to go for it, so I'm going to get it on my skin. And of course, because this is regular nail polish, I can get it off of my skin with nail polish remover, but it just makes life so much easier if you can do as little of that as possible. All right, back to that pinky, got to fix that. So there's round one. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and take a lint-free little square here and some nail polish remover. Get all that polish off my pinky and do that one again, and then we'll go in with round two. You can use the paint-on skin protectors as well. Those work pretty good. Some are better than others. I could have used the brush-on skin protector here because I'm not really making a big mess. The bigger the mess you're going to make, sometimes these sticker ones are better because they just cover more area. All right, here we go. So now, with round two, you should be able to tell that the colors are a little more pronounced than they were the first time. This is what we're going for. Now, can you tell how, well, spongy the surface of that looks? It's very textured because of the sponge. So the nail polish will settle a little, and that won't be quite so pronounced as it dries. But when you top coat, the top coat diminishes that even more. So it will look more smooth with the top coat on it. And you'll see that in the end when we're all done, that they do look very smooth. So if you're doing an ombre and you're thinking to yourself, "Oh, this is not as smooth as I thought it would be," don't worry. Wait till you get your top coat on, because it will make a difference. Gotta get in there. That's all right. Not bad. A few touch-ups. Now, because this is regular nail polish, this is not gel, I do have to be a little bit careful because it is starting to dry. So the more I play with it, I have the potential to pull color back off again, you know, to damage it. So I can't mess with it too much. last one. All right, I know I haven't done my thumb, but I'm gonna do something different. Just gonna have to wait. Let's let that dry. We'll go ahead and do the other hand. And through the magic of video, my other hand's done. Did 2 coats, just the same. The only reason those 2 fingers have a black sticker nail protector on them is because I used all my pink ones. So that's all. They come in all different colors. But here they are. They're done. They need a top coat. Now see right there, that puddle of white? I knocked my bottle over and it started to spill because I had so much stuff in my hands and I was trying to mess with this and paint it and sponge, and I bumped it, spilled it. But the great thing is because I'm using these dentist papers, they're waterproof on the back. So no worries, table is fine. They're really great, easy to just to clean up, throw them away. All right, we got our smudge-free top coat here. Now you don't need to use a smudge-free top coat, but I am, because I just wanted to make sure that I did not drag that orange down into the white anymore. I like the way they ombre together. Now can you see the difference already in the stippling, you know, the spongy effect? So just that one coat of a thin, clear top coat has already started to diminish the lumpiness of the sponging. Yeah, I know I have a little spot right there. I'll take care of that. A little bubble. But anyway, no big deal. So go ahead and top coat the rest of them. Now I debated over doing a glossy top coat and a matte top coat. So for now, I'm just going to do a glossy top coat just to seal everything in. Okay, so I took the tapes off the other ones and I did go in and matte top coat them. So on top of the glossy, I went ahead and did a matte. I haven't done anything with my other nails other than just paint them orange and top coat them too. But I really like the matte, so we've got more to do though. So I'll be right back. All right, I have a stamping plate. And that is a unicorn. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp the unicorn on my thumbs because I wanted something different. And you're going to see, because I'm going to do even more after this. See, there's my unicorn. It's hard to see because he's very mythical kind of thing, but I'm going to stick him on right there. So I'm going to put this down for a minute, get a sticky base coat on my nail, and then here we go. This is the next thing we're going to do. This is a super thick gel. I mean, it's a solid builder gel. It is super thick. It is not moving anywhere. It moves super slow. So I'm going to use my bonder on top of my index finger. So this is going on top of the regular enamel that's on my nail. So I've got gel base coat, couple layers of enamel polish, and now I'm going on with my gel bonder to really make this solid gel attached to the enamel that's on my nail. I don't want the layers separating, so this is going to give me a little more of a bridge between the two. So we'll let that dry because it has to air dry, and then we're going to go in with this gel. Oh, you can see I already did one nail, but I want to show you me doing this one because I made all my mistakes on the first one. So here we go. Look at how thick this stuff is. I'm just really, they make it look so easy on the advertisements for the stuff, but that is a big, thick chunk of gel. So now I am just smushing it over the surface of my nail. In that little cap there, I have just rubbing alcohol so that my brush does not stick. Because I think you saw a second ago that it did stick a little to my brush, so I don't want that to happen. So now I'm going to spread that little wad of gel over my whole nail, so I have a little, like, I don't know, millimeter or two thick layer. And again, it's crystal clear, so I'm not adding any additional color to my nail. So all the color you see on my nail is just what's showing through from underneath. So you know what we're doing now, right? It's a unicorn horn, but candy corn. So it's a Uni-candy-corn horn. Switching over, so the gel tool that I'm using has the brush on the one end and the paddle on the other. So I'm going to take my paddle, I just dipped it in the alcohol, and we're going to create these swooshy lines on the unicorn horn, as it's the twisted lines for the horn. So I'm going to create my base line to work off of, and I just want to make sure that it's kind of like the one I already did. And what I'm doing is I'm just pressing all the way through the gel down to the surface of my nail. And then once I get a good line there, I'm going to move next to it and do another line. So initially they're very severe because I'm pushing all the way down in, but this is a gel, it is not cured, and it is going to move a little. And the heat from my finger doesn't help. So as I'm doing this, it is going to slake back down a little, so the edges will soften as I'm doing this. So it's not going to look so crisp and clean when I'm done. They will kind of smush down a little, and then when I put a top coat on it, the top coat's going to fill in those little gaps a little bit anyway, so it will be much softer. So right now I'm just pushing all the way down to my nail surface, and then trying to get off any of the excess that I'm pushing off on my cuticle, because I don't want gel on my cuticle. There we go, little swoosh on the end. Get off that excess. We're almost done. See how it's really fighting me? So yeah, it's an odd product to work with. So I've got a lot on that left side. I've got, a lot that's overhanging that I've got to go back and take off now. So you can see that it's already starting to soften. So now that I think I've got most of the excess off, I can go ahead and go back and redefine some of the lines that I did, because I messed some of them up, and they've softened up a bit. So we can go back in now, tighten it all up. There we go. That's looking a little better. All right, looks a little different from the first one. Actually, I think it looks better than the first one because the first one I made those lines fatter. I had more product. I didn't scrape as much product off. I left more on, and I think it's too chunky. There's just too much product on it, and I messed with it a lot, and I think I messed with it so much that the gel is just not crystal clear. It looks a little muddied. So, but that was my first attempt. And this is my second attempt. So I think round 2 is a whole lot better. See that big funky spot right there? Yeah, I gotta clean that up. That bit not cooperating. I think I must have knocked off, pulled off too much of it. So I gotta kind of reconstruct that little bit right there. All right, I think I'm going with this one. Look at the difference. Okay, let's cure this. This has to cure, and it has to cure for a long time. And there we go, top coat, all done. So I've got my candy corn in matte. I've got my Uni-candy-corn horn with a glossy top coat. So if you're not brave enough for that Uni-candy-corn horn, at least give the sponge painting a try. That was a lot of fun and not too difficult. Well, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.